Alright, look at the top. It's 11:29 in red up there. So, making a little screen share. Still working on the futures, the commodities contracts. Let me just show you what's been happening. What's cool is once you get comfortable, once you learn a few simple things, most people have way too many things. They talk about scanners, they talk about this, they talk about so much. There's just so many. I guess when you're trying to sell somebody something, like these courses that are being sold out there, they show you the 25 things they're going to teach you. Well, you need probably 2 or 3 little understandings, and then it works. So anyway, you see up at the top left, kind of it says short 1. So let me just show you this, what's going on. This is a live trade. It's happening right now. I played that big red mark down yesterday. The day before I made $2,500. I showed you that. Then I played that big red down and closed it. I'm zooming in here. I closed it at that first lower blue dot there where it says 3MK. So I made 1,600 of the 2,500. It went up higher later on in the evening. Futures you can trade at night. So for people who work during the day, they tend to like to, trade futures. So I went short up there at that 1 LMK. It's so small I can hardly see it now, but 41 or something, 441. So I played it short. It went down. I covered at that first blue dot down there at the 26,375. Made around $300. I turned around. My template indicated play it going up. I did. I got in at that blue dot. It went up, and I sold on that same bar. Made about $200, something like that, okay? Then it rolled back down, and you see that last red dot, that 1 LMK. My template indicated go short, high probability, play it going down. So I did, and here we go, boom. And each of these bars are 30 minutes. You see down the bottom in blue, 30M. They're 30-minute bars, so roughly 45 minutes I'm up receiving. Oh, and I see it says my connection's lost. Look at that. I guess it broke from the data. We'll see what's happening. These are different ones that I look at and trade. Okay, so I'm looking at that very bottom one. 2, 2, 3. I'm just looking here. Okay, I'm going to go back to it and see if it's in. So $510 right now. Now I'm looking at, there you go. When I see those prices moving along the top, that lets me know it's connected and working. Okay, so you see I'm $505 if I were to close it now. A little bit ago, it's, probably 550-ish or so. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to close this trade because my connection's not too working so great. 63. I'm going to go market. I always pause when I go to do this. Okay, 58. 57, that's good. Remember, I'm playing this down. I want the stock to go down. My template is what gives me those probabilities. We love certainty. Everything in life, we like certainty, so many things. But with trading, you have to remember, and I show people how to shift their thinking to see in the world of probability. Once you do that, then you get comfortable. And once you get comfortable trading, then it's peaceful. I'm going to go back. Let me see what's happening here. I'm going to change the time frame also. I'm on a 30-minute time frame. I'm going to change it to a 5. Let me see something here. That's what a 5-minute view goes. Okay, so you see up there at the money what I'm making, 565, 575. That's constantly fluctuating. So once you're comfortable, you're not afraid to take trades. And then when you're really good, you do it from your phone wherever you're at. And man, that is just like over the top when you're able to look at it and just make your money right on the fly. Okay, 55, 555, how cool, huh? $64. So if I get out at 564, 63, what will it say? I'll be making $500. Okay. I've got a stack of mail that I need to go through actually. Anyway, my point of why do I make these videos? I'm making the money. I'm doing it. So I'm not doing it for myself, obviously. I'm doing it to try to help people. So many people are what I call job slaves. They're working their butt off. They got these jobs. They get up and go. And if you're one of those, you know what I'm talking about. It's just how much money are you making? What is all of your effort really doing for you? Is it super fruitful? Are you making a ton of money? There are a few people that have really good high-paying jobs. Then there's the next question. Do you really like it? Is it fulfilling what you're doing? But most people grind it out, okay? They got jobs. And I understand, listen, you got to have a job. You got to have income or you're in trouble. But what's cool about trading, you can add this right into your life, all right? And once you learn how to generate a second source of income, you get good at it. You get comfortable first, then you get good at it, then you start getting consistent at it. Okay, let's go back and look. All right, so I'm at 540 at the moment. We're going to hang that. I'm going to go to my balances. I'll show you what I've made so far today. Balances. This cool little app. You know, if you have different brokerage accounts, they probably all have this now. It's a big deal to me because I have it, this trading app on my phone, but everybody probably has it. There you go. I've closed. That means I locked it down, put the money back into my account. 2,068 already last night and this morning. And then this unrealized is what's going on that trade right now. Okay. And so I'm making 560. And I'm using about $6,000, by the way. A lot of people sometimes see me trade bigger stocks, and of course, that scares them because they don't understand what it means and what they're doing. But that's why I'm doing these futures for a little while, show people the teaching is the same. Once I teach you how to drive the car, you've heard me say that before, now you go decide what kind of car you want to drive. Once you learn how to trade what I would say is correctly, then you decide how much money do you have, you go trade the different things. Okay, so this is futures, and it's taken me $6,500 to make this trade. I'm using $6,500 to engage this trade, and right now I'm making $630. I'm going to go back to the trade. I'll show you something here. Quote. Let's go here. 31. There we go. I'm making $635. And you see that last red dot, I'm zooming in, that's where I got in. So now each bar is 5 minutes. These price bars are 5 minutes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 40 minutes, I'm making $635, okay? It's pretty crazy, isn't it? You know, there's different kinds of trading. There's people that do like, man, speed trading. They get up early in the morning, they gotta scan, which I like it. They're workers. Those people, they're hard workers and they're smart and they can make a ton of money. There's no doubt about it. You can make a lot of money trading, and there's different ways to do it. I just prefer the easy, slower pace. You know, my goal's $1,000. If I can knock out $1,000 a day, I'm happy. I don't have to have a job. I can support myself. I can give a little money. I can do things, okay? So 6:05. Should I close it? I always like to ask that. Should I close it now? Should I take it? See, this is I'm giving this thing some wiggle room. Those of you who know how I teach and what I show you, you can see why I can sit here and be comfortable and not flipped out. But I'm trying to reach those people who... I talked to a guy earlier. He called me once last week, called me again this week after he asked a few more questions. And it was kind of related to, hey, I only got X amount of money. Do you think your teaching applies to different stuff? You know, and I said, go to the FAQ page on my website. It kind of explains that. And, you know, these videos kind of hopefully prove that. But I then had to ask the guy, because I can tell now, I've helped enough people and I've talked to enough people. I'm listening to their brains, I'm listening to the way they think. It's kind of how you think. It's a biblical process or biblical concept. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So there's some people who are looking at trading, but they're just shaking in their boots. They're just so scared, and they do that analysis paralysis. I tell somebody, listen, if you've watched a ton of YouTube videos, you went to many sites, you think that's positive, it's actually negative. If you've read a bunch of articles, if you've been then thinking about trading for a long time, that's a bad sign, okay? It should be something I say, look at yourself, analyze yourself, know yourself. You should see trading, say, this is awesome, I want to do it with Mike or with somebody else, and you need to be able to pull the trigger and do it. If it's a big deal, if you feel like you got to talk yourself into it, that's actually not good. It just means your mind thinks differently, and you have a hard time making decisions. So anyway, look what does it say up there near the top? Now I'm making $7.50. How cool, right? Another $7.50. I'm going to zoom out. That's what's happened there. Isn't that something? $7.60. I'm going to go ahead and close this trade just to show you I can do it. $7.45. If I get out at 210, see up there at the top, the very top left, 26, 210. If I get out at 210, I'll make $7.75-ish. Well, let's see. It's probably a little less than that now. $7.25, okay? I'll close at 1. I'm short, so that means I'm going to go market. Okay, buy, boom, boom. 210, good, 210. All right, there's how much it's taking me to use at $64.90 for that trade. And real quick, let's go back and see what I'm making. I'll show you something. $7.60, okay? If I get out right now, $7.60. Okay, all right. $7.70, $7.60, close enough for a 30-minute trade. Oop, just bumped. Oop, look, it's going. Let's see, we might hit 800. That's awesome. 845. Okay, I'm up 845. Now I'm going to close that, and then I'll show you something here. Close it, limit, market, boom, buy, 85. Send it, yes, 82. Boom, I got out at 81. See that price? 26,181. Dismiss. Okay, that's where I got out. That's pretty awesome. Super duper. 72. I could have got out a little better there. Let me do something here. I'm changing time frames here. Okay. I'm going to turn off. All right. I need to see some stuff. I'm just going to show you something here. My template's not indicating it, but I'm going to try to make a bad trade. I'm going to buy one. Market. I'm going to buy it. I'm turning around buying at 87. Boom, boom, 81. I got in at 81. Okay, I turned around to buy it. That means I'm playing the market going up now. I played that going down. I shorted it. Now I flipped around to play it going up. Worst thing can happen is this thing takes off against me, and I have a losing trade on my hands. I'm actually hoping that kind of does do that, and I'm going to show you. Once you learn how to recover, that, there's two sides of trading. The winning side, you're making money, everybody's happy. And then the losing side, I like to call it the unhappy side. Once you learn how to untangle yourself because of you did something wrong, you interpreted it wrong, you just played it wrong, that's the key, knowing how to get out of a bad trade. Now, so look at this trade. I'm losing $95 right up there at the top, okay? I'm losing $95. Am I done? Am I over with? Is that the end of the world? Now, again, remember, my template didn't indicate for me to buy. I just did it. I wanted to do it, and it showed you that. So now I'm down 120, 125, okay? Go back to the 5-minute chart. Alrighty, 75. You're probably watching this some. I'm going to open up and go through my mail. This is what I do when I'm trading. I get all these things about buying houses and trash in the mail, tons of things in the mail, these people that try to get you to do, rental properties and stuff. I do have rental. Once you get good at trading, by the way, it makes sense to diversify yourself again and have multiple streams of income. Back to that rich dad, poor dad thing. You've heard me mention that before. You want to be the investor, the business owner. All right, this trade, look, I'm making 70 at the moment. If I close that trade, nothing yet. I'm just looking at my mail. I'm letting this trade happen so you can see it. Okay. Now I'm down 40. Takes a while to get used to having money flow at you and flow away from you. You got to have something that tells you what's meaningful. For those of you who are my students, what would you be thinking about this trade that I have going on? If you know the teaching, then you'd know what my thought process is now. And I'm opening mail in case you hear me kind of popping those letters open. Sometimes the market goes slow, just kind of stops, and you're sitting there. It's a real drag. When you get used to faster trades, you like them. You like when it moves quicker. One of the reasons I tend to play stocks down, I have a kind of a bias to play them going down, because they tend to go down faster. Steeper and faster, you make money quicker. Okay? You can play them both ways, which is cool, but alright, I think I'm going to turn this off, and I'll try to turn it back on later on, okay? Alright, so there we go. I'm break even right there still. Alright.